Okay, a very good morning, children. Children, in the previous class we completed the chapter your introduction to graph, and I'm sure you must have understood because everything I had discussed in detail. I tried my level best to make you understand what is graph and how to construct graph. Okay, so today we will discuss another chapter, that is your mensuration. Okay, so actually what is mensuration? In mensuration generally what we deal with, mensuration generally deals with what? Finding area, volume, etc. Okay, area and volume you know of different figure. Like in junior classes we had read how to find volume of cuboid, volume of cube. Okay, you know the formula for volume of cuboid and cube. From class 4 onwards you have been reading. Okay, we also know how to find area of square, rectangle, okay, equilateral triangle, so many things. We know how to find their area of rhombus, area of parallelogram. Okay. Now in this chapter we will discuss basically different linear figures, I mean rectilinear figures, okay, plane figures, and how to find their area and volume, etc. Okay. So the first, as per your syllabus, it is given how to find area of trapezium. See, already what is trapezium I have discussed in the chapter understanding quadrilateral. I hope you must have understood. Where I said trapezium is what? See, look at the figure. See, look at the figure. This is A, B, suppose C and D. Look at the figure. While discussing area, while discussing understanding quadrilateral, I said, what is a parallelogram? Hey, what is a trapezium? Trapezium is a what? It is a quadrilateral. See, look out, it is no doubt a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides, okay. Now, in this quadrilateral, one pair of opposite sides, only one pair, A, B and DC. One pair opposite sides parallel and the other pair non-parallel. Then only we say it is a trapezium. Okay. Now if it is a trapezium, here AB parallel to DC and AD and BC are non-parallel, so it is no doubt a trapezium. Now how to find the area? What is the formula for area of trapezium? We are going to read for the first time. Okay. Let us see what is the formula. Okay. One more thing also I had said, if this is these two are parallel lines AB and DC in a trapezium, then this distance, see, this is the perpendicular distance. Suppose this is M, this is N. AM and BN, they are what? They are the perpendicular distance between the two parallel lines. And what is they called? What are those two perpendicular distances between the two parallel lines called? They are called what? Altitude or height of trapezium. So that means here AM and BN are the altitudes or height of the trapezium ABCD. Okay? Now, and you know perpendicular distance between two parallel lines is same everywhere. This was the concept we had discussed in the chapter parallel lines. If we take the perpendicular distance between any two parallel lines, it will always be same everywhere in the plane. That means what I mean to say, if ABCD is a trapezium, then these two altitudes AM and BN must be equal. This is altitude H and H. Okay, height or altitude. So these are the two altitudes which are same. This is AB and DC opposite side, they are parallel. Suppose you are given the length of this parallel side A and you are given the length of this parallel side DC as B and you are given the altitude. How to find area of the trapezium? I hope you understood. That means in a trapezium you are given the length of the two parallel sides and the distance, perpendicular distance between them, that is the altitude. If you are given the altitude or height and the length of the two parallel sides, how to find the area of a trapezium? What is the formula? Let us derive. Okay, there is a formula we can easily derive. See, I am drawing the figure once again. See, suppose this is the given. Suppose this is the given trapezium. Okay. Now let this be the perpendicular or altitude. Now what you do? Just produce it and draw another perpendicular. This is 90 degrees, suppose this is N. Look at here AB and DC are parallel, so ABCD is a trapezium. Now AM is the perpendicular distance between the two parallel lines, so it is the altitude, let it be H. Similarly, you extend or produce your AB, extend or produce AB and draw another altitude or perpendicular. See, CN is also the perpendicular distance between AB and DC and hence it is also the altitude. So its length will be H. As I told you just now, the perpendicular distance between two parallel lines is always same everywhere in the plane. So AM and BN must be equal. Okay, now how can we find the area of the trapezium ABCD? So what we are given? We are given the length of AB, we are given the length of DC Okay, the two parallel lines and the altitude h also we are given. How can we find its area? See, what will be the formula? To find the area, what we will do? Just to join any one diagonal. See, suppose I join the diagonal AC. Let us join the diagonal AC. Now, when the diagonal AC is joined, see, now the trapezium ABCD has been divided into two triangles. It has been divided into two triangles. Okay. Now, if we find the area of triangle ADC, if we find the area of triangle ADC and area of triangle ABC, and if we add the two, we will get what? We will area of triangle ADC plus area of triangle ABC will give you area of trapezium ABCD. Okay, and you know what is the formula for area of triangle in junior classes, class 7, half into base into height. Okay, of course its proof will be discussed in class 9. How area of a triangle is half into base into height. Geometrically it will be proved in class 9. Okay, not now. So see, now we have to find the area of triangle ADC and area of triangle ABC, and we have to add the two areas, then only we will get area of what? Trapezium ABCD. Let us see how to find out. Now, area triangle ADC is half into base into height. Which is the base here? This is the base, DC, and which is the height? AM, okay. So it is half into DC into H. The length of AM is H, okay. Now, again you find area of triangle ABC. So what will be the area of triangle ABC? The same formula, half into base into height. So, in this, which will be the base? AB will be the base. And if AB is the base, which is the corresponding altitude? The corresponding altitude will be Cn. See, half AB into Cn. That is your half AB into the length of Cn is H. Put it. Now you add the two. Therefore, area triangle ADC plus area triangle ABC will be equal to half DC into H plus your half AB into HC. Now you half H can be taken common, half into H can be taken common. So you take common half H into DC plus ABC. Half H into DC plus AB, and look at DC and AB are what? DC and AB are the two parallel sides. Now if the length of AB is suppose A unit and the length of DC, the length of AB is suppose A unit, the length of DC is suppose B unit. Now what will be the formula? Half H into A plus B. See. So this will be the formula to calculate the area of a trapezium. Half into H, H means height or altitude, and small a plus small b means it is the sum of the two parallel sides. So what I mean to say, children, if the length of the two parallel sides is given to you and the altitude is given of a trapezium, then you can easily compute or calculate its area using this formula. Half into H into A plus B, where A plus B is the sum of the two parallel sides and H is the altitude or height. Okay, so this is the formula to be used to find the area of a trapezium. Children, I hope you understood, okay, how to calculate. And from this formula you can derive many formulas. Suppose how to find height. Suppose area is given, sum of parallel sides is given. You can easily find what will be the height. So what will be height? Height, you see, height or altitude will be your 2 into area, you see, divided by A plus B, means sum of the parallel sides. You see, height of trapezium will be 2 into area by sum of parallel sides. Okay, similarly, sum of parallel sides, how to get sum of parallel sides? What will be the formula? What will be the formula for sum of parallel sides? It will be 2 into area by height. You see, 2 into area of your trapezium divided by H, means altitude. This will give you the sum of the what? Parallel sides. Okay, so you can find sum of the parallel sides, you can find the height, you can find area when H and A and B are given like this. Okay, then what will be the perimeter? What will be the perimeter of trapezium? What will be the formula for perimeter of trapezium? Let me tell you. You see, perimeter of trapezium, suppose A, B, C, D. You know, children, what is perimeter? Perimeter means it is the length of the boundary. And boundary, what does it mean? Boundary. Boundary means sum of the two parallel sides as well as the two non-parallel sides. Okay, sum of parallel sides plus sum of what? Non-parallel sides. That will give you your perimeter. So perimeter means it is your A plus B. A plus B means it is the sum of the parallel sides plus sum of non-parallel sides. Non-parallel sides. Okay. So if you are given the perimeter and if you are given the sum of the parallel sides, you can easily compute what will be sum of the non-parallel sides. Okay. So trapezium, perimeter of a trapezium means it is the sum of the what? Sum of parallel sides plus sum of non-parallel sides. It will give you the perimeter of trapezium. Okay. Children, I hope this is all about trapezium. Its area, formula for area, how to find height when area and parallel sides are given, how to find the sum of parallel sides when area and altitude or height are given, etc. and how to calculate the perimeter. This is all about the total discussion about trapezium. I hope children you understood, and if you understood and if you can remember the formula, you can easily apply the formula to solve problems on any problem on trapezium. Okay. So with this we finish trapezium, and in the next class we will discuss how to find area of a general quadrilateral. Okay. Children, I hope whatever I discussed you must have understood. I will discuss the next part, that is how to find area of a general quadrilateral, not specific. We will discuss it in the next class. Okay. Thank you.